Hey guys, it's me. Different day, same shirt, same crazy hair. So before we get started on today's lesson, which is over language conventions, you may know it as grammar conventions or just grammar. But good news, it's just a review. We are still just going over prepositional phrases, okay? Before we do that, I want you to answer right now how many vocab words you were able to find, okay? I want you to answer those right now in the question. Tell me how many you could find. I would like to see who found the most. May have some sort of contest. I'm not sure now. I'm recording this a month in advance, so we're just going to have to see how Miss Hull is feeling in a month and how busy I am. So, okay, moving on to today's lesson. Today's lesson is called Language Conventions. We're going over prepositional phrases. Again, should be a big review for you, which is awesome because you really need it on the test, okay? You're going to have a test tomorrow over this unit. I'm going to give you a small review before the test starts, okay? So don't worry, you will get a review, but you need to know prepositional phrases. So I'm just going to read the beginning to you, kind of give you some specific instructions, and then let you get going. Authors use different types of phrases to add variety and interest to their writing. Prepositional phrases are phrases that consist of a preposition and an object of the preposition, such as a noun or a pronoun. Remember, a noun is person, place, thing, or idea, okay? Here are some common prepositions and phrases that can be created with them. So prepositions, think of that fox on a box. You're thinking of things in relation to something else. So from, before, during, until, outside, after, in, on, over, da-da-da-da. You get it, right? Okay, from where? From where? The object is the street, from the street. So the prepositional phrase, from the street. So simple, right? Preposition before. What's the object? Before what? Before the rain. Before the rain. Okay. During what? The game. Until when? Until her test. Okay. Until then, outside. Outside where? Outside of the gate. Okay. So it's going to go through examples with you. Make sure you're reading all of this. And then you're going to get down here to your big question. Rewrite the beginning of your modern fairy tale. Use prepositional phrases to add detail and enhance the storytelling rhythm. Use proper punctuation to set off the prepositional phrases. Okay, and it'll go over that up here with you, that commas don't always set it off. So just because you see a comma doesn't mean it's a prepositional phrase, okay? We have a bad habit of doing that. Me personally, I love to comma splice, which means you put way too many commas, okay? Just throwing commas in everywhere. I always got in trouble for it in high school English. I like commas. I don't know. I think they fit. Anytime I pause or I feel like it needs to be dramatic, I just throw a comma in, and I have a tendency to be too dramatic, as it turns out. So, we never wrote the original fairy tale. You will get to some narrative writing soon. I think this is so fun, and maybe we can come back if writing a fairy tale is something y'all are really wanting to do. But at this time, we're just going to have to keep blowing through. We've got a lot of different types of literature to cover in the next few weeks. We're going to go with a bunch of different authors. You're going to be reading some poetry. You're going to read another short story. So we need to practice our writing and then really get through those. We've got some spooky stuff coming up in October, and then maybe we can go back because I really like the idea of writing a fairy tale. Okay. You can listen to Folklore by Taylor Swift to get a little bit of inspiration right before you write this. So instead of rewriting it, I want you to write me a short fairy tale. Okay? Just really short. This could be like your draft of the big fairy tale you want to write, right? But modern, note that it's a modern fairy tale, okay? So don't talk about the castles and the princes and the princesses. You could do some parallels to them, some symbolism. You could refer to some modern day person as the princess, compare them, but it's modern. And you're going to use prepositional phrases in it. I also want you to use proper punctuation always. when you're typing on here, I want you to do two things. One, I want you to highlight the prepositional phrase. So if you are writing a sentence and you use a prepositional phrase here, then be sure to highlight it. Okay, so we're gonna go back, and this might just change the color, I'm not sure. Oh, yep, it just changes color. You can pick any color you want. When you're highlighting it, I'll know that that's your prepositional phrase. Okay, and then do you see down here this little word count? It says, I don't know why it says 101. Oh, because that's what I had typed before, so it does not delete what you have been typing. Huh? Oh no, my word count's at 0. I'm not sure why I did that. I want your word count. This should, oh, it's your letter count. Okay. I want your letter count to be at 1,000. Okay? So don't overthink this. Don't make it too hard, and don't just focus on that number. Just write a good story, but make sure this little number down here needs to, it is 1,000. Okay, so 1,000 letters. That is not that hard. Again, don't just throw fluff in there to try to make your word count. I want this to be actually thought out. Okay, this is all you're doing today. You're just writing me a modern fairy tale and using some prepositional phrases in it. Let's say at least 3, and make sure you highlight those. Okay, all right, good luck. Let me know if you need help. Okay.